Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I have an unboxing of a rummage sale find that my mom and her friend found when they were out rummaging. And they picked up the whole box for 10 bucks. And I don't know, it's a pretty big box. I don't know if I can show you guys or not. I'll see if I have a ruler close by just to measure how deep the box is. The box is about 9.5 inches deep, and as far as the length of it, it's probably 14 inches about. So I just thought I'd see if you guys thought that this was a hit or a miss for a whole box for 10 bucks worth of craft supplies. So I'm going to move it off my desk a little bit and I'll unpack it with you guys to see what I got. I haven't really looked at it yet. My mom dropped it off when I wasn't home, and so I'm just getting to it right now to share with you guys. So I'm going to pull a couple things out and we'll start unboxing it together. So the first thing that was in the box was this big wood box, which my mom knows I am looking for more wood boxes. I do like to paint them and decorate them, but I'm also looking for them for organizing some different things in my craft room. My craft room is kind of a vintage flea market style craft room, and I'm replacing a lot of my plastic containers with wood containers, so this is absolutely perfect. So for me, this was definitely a big hit in this box. I could definitely use this. I will probably paint it. It does have a name on it. It says Harry and David, so I'm not quite sure what that brand was or what was originally in there, but definitely perfect for holding supplies. And it's a pretty long box. I mean, it's over 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So about 18 inches long is for this box. It would also be cute too. If you painted it up, you could also put some decor in it too. So great find. So I did grab the first little bit out of the box, and there's still quite a bit in there just to share with you guys what was in the box. And so I think some of the items look new. Some of the items look like maybe one or two things have been used. And this looks like some fun little bottle cap embellishments that are a fall themed or Thanksgiving Day themed. Like this one, it looks like a little wishbone from a turkey. You know, some fun little like pumpkin, some oak leaves, a wheat, just some fun little colors for fall. And so I think I'll be able to use these, and if I can't use them, I think my sister would be able to use them. She does scrapbooking stuff also, and I think she'd be able to use these if I don't use them. And let's see, this was just a Recollections letter W. It has canvas on it with wood. I'll hold on to it for a little bit just to see if maybe I'm paired with somebody that has a W, their name starts with W or something, just to see if I can make something out of that. A scrap piece of paper was in there. This looks like, and this originally had 3 pieces. It's from Studio 18. It's chalkboard tags. So that's kind of fun. I do have a chalkboard inking pen, so I'll be able to write something on those. So this looks like it's something from Stampin' Up. I'm not quite sure. It's been a long time since I've gone to a Stampin' Up party or anything, so I haven't looked at their catalog in a long time. But this looks like it's called Simply Created, and it might be some sort of like album type kit. So it looks like most of the pieces are there, and it maybe hasn't been used. There's some twine and some rhinestones in there, some buttons, there's some paper clips, the rings that you use to put the album together. So all these have little holes in them. So this would be like a little album kit. And it looks like, I'm assuming most of the pages, just by looking at the cover, it looks like everything is there. So nothing has been used from this. So that'll be a fun little kit to put together. And if I don't do it myself, I definitely know that my sister would do something like that. She likes little kits like that. They're easy little scrapbooks to create with her photos of her kids. So that was one of the items in the box. See this one, it looks like maybe it originally was purchased. It was 10 bucks. It was on clearance for $2.99, and then it looks like at some point she maybe tried to sell it for 75 cents and it didn't go. But this again looks like maybe something similar as what I just showed you, but it's from Recollections, and these are just called filler pages. So it looks like there's 2 of these in there, 2 filler pages, and then it looks like the cover is in there too. So I would be able to make a little book out of this one. I'm not going to open this, but that's exactly what it looks like, is a little book that you can create. I think I'd have to punch the holes in these, but I think that they would work inside of this little book, is what it looks like. So another fun little mini album to create out of those. Some more chalkboard tags. These are a little bit different than these ones that I shared with you. Let's see, what else did I get? So this looks like some calendar rubber stamps, and unfortunately it looks like it's missing the first 12, 1 through 12. But it has all the months on here, and it has Sunday through Saturday. So, and it has the word calendar on it and a to-do list. So this is a little baggie of some things. I'm not quite sure. We'll look at it and see what it is. It almost looks like coat cuffs or something, like men use in their suits, and some clear plastic baubles that go on top of it. So I'm not sure if I might be able to take them apart and just use the top part. So I'll have to play around with those, because I definitely would use them, I think, if I can take the tops off. I don't know if I would use it or not, but maybe you could somehow poke it into a box and maybe use it as a handle, because this moves at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm not sure what they originally are, but they remind me of like cuffs, I think is maybe what they're called, coat cuffs that men use on their suits. That's what they remind me of, but I'm not 100% sure. But it looks like, you know, there's 4 of them with 4 baubles that you would put on the top, so then you could just print off a digital image or cut out an image and put underneath a little glass piece. So that was what was in that baggie. So if anybody knows for sure what those are, if there's some sort of other type of crafting thing, if you can let me know. It looks like there's some fluffy edge flower stickers. I don't know if you guys have seen these before. They were popular a while ago, where you fluff them up. Once you attach them, you can fluff them up. And so it looks like kind of some nice little fall colors on that one. So another little pile here. This one, it looks like a bunch. I don't think these all came together. They look like they're all Stampin' Up stamps, but I don't think that these are all part of the same set. But this one says, "Thanks so much," that just fell over. But there's a flower and a butterfly and some little frames. I do like this little postage one. And that one's kind of fun too, just as a little extra background piece. So that's those. And I'm one of these people that it doesn't bother me, I guess, when the Stampin' Up sets are taken apart, because that's usually how I put them in my drawer. Like I'll put flowers in with flowers, and I'll put borders in with borders, and bugs and insects together, just because I find that I use them if I do that versus keeping them with the set. So it doesn't bother me that these are probably a couple different sets in there. So another, looks like brand new, or close to brand new maybe, I don't know. Little clear stamp sets from Recollections. And these kind of look like more like calendar or planner type stamps, or maybe stuff that you'd use for making scrapbooking pages. You know, there's spots to label, which I'd be able to use that stamp in my junk journals. You know, the Our Story. There's a little piece that says photographed on location, remember, just a note. There's date, quote, today, smile, hello, everyday thoughts, favorites, just to name some of the things that are in this stamp set. Like I said, it doesn't feel like it's been opened before, so I don't think it's used at all. Looks like another stamp set, and this is maybe a partial stamp set from Stampin' Up. So we'll just have to open it up and see. There's some pieces that are still attached here, some that maybe need to be added on to the blocks. It looks like the person started but maybe didn't finish. So I would be able to do that. I guess it looks like maybe most of the pieces are there. It just she didn't finish putting everything together. So, so there's another stamp set. And then here's another fun one. And this is actually one that I don't have, but I know that this one was really popular. The name isn't on here, but I know that when this one was out, it was from 2001. It had all the trees on it, and I've seen a ton of different cards, even still today, being made with this stamp set. So I'm kind of excited about this stamp set. It's one I actually didn't have in my stash. From when I first started stamping, I did buy quite a bit of Stampin' Up stuff, but like I said, I just haven't been invited to a Stampin' Up party for a long time locally, so I haven't seen their current catalog. But this, I believe, is a very popular set with all the different trees, and you can do so much with that stamp set. So I'm happy with that little find in the box. Looks like there's some heart confetti. And then it looks like something else that somebody got somewhere for a good deal for 59 cents originally. But it looks like it includes cardstock shapes, foam shapes, and sticky foam. So it's a party favor kit with different Halloween things. So I'll have to open up that later and just see if it's anything that I can use for a junk journal. Otherwise, I might pass it on to my sister to use in some scrapbooking stuff, because I think it would be kind of cute with the little images on there. They look like they'd be perfect for a kid's scrapbook. So another Stampin' Up kind of random kit. I don't think these all go together. And there's maybe... Excuse me, I got to answer the phone and I'll be right back. So I'm sorry about that little interruption. My dad called. He was at a Rummage sale, or kind of an estate sale, and they had some furniture that he thought might work well in my craft room, so he wanted to take some pictures of it and see if I was interested in any of the pieces, and I was, so I'm glad he called. But I'm going to jump right back into these Rummage sale finds that my mom found and her friend. And so this is the next box I think I left off with. It's another random box of a lot of Stampin' Up, but there's a couple other miscellaneous stuff. I don't believe these all are from the same kit. I'm thinking this one had a name on the side of it. I thought I saw. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, on top of it, it says flower filled. So I'm thinking that maybe like this vase and the stems were part of that one. I'm not quite sure. I know that this is not Stampin' Up, and that Thinking of You is not Stampin' Up. So, but there's a few in there that I think I would use. I'll just have to look and see if I have some other stamps that would maybe go with some of these. We'll see when I look through my stash. But that was the next one I wanted to share with you. There's also a set of alphabet in there, and I think these ones came from, I don't have this particular set, but they came from the dollar bins at Michael's when they used to have the dollar bins. Never been opened, so that's always a good deal. The next couple things, I'm not sure what they are, so maybe you guys can help me out here. They're little metal pieces, and each baggie is different, but each baggie has about 6 pieces in it. And I don't know what these are. So if you guys could let me know, that would be great. There's a little bit of weight to them. So that was the first one. I'm just kind of curious what they're used for, I guess. And then here is the second style. Again, it has that opening right there. And then it looks like that. So I don't know if it goes like a ribbon goes in there or cord, or I have no clue. So if you guys have any idea, I would love to know what these are for. So now for a few more finds from that box. Here's some more rubber stamps. And I think this one went with one that I showed you earlier in the video. And then here's a flower, so maybe that went with that other set, I'm not sure. A cute little bird stamp. One that says you're on my mind. And I think I have this set already, whatever else goes with that one, because that one looks really familiar to me. So I might already have that one. And then this one says, thinking of you, with a cute little flower. And this is a really old one from Dots Company from 1989. I don't know if that'll show up on the camera, but a really old company, but it looks like it's still in pretty good condition. You know, a couple of these have been used, some of them haven't. There was also some different ribbon in that box. So here was a set of some colors. I do like the pink and the gray, and I would probably use this red color maybe at Christmas time. And it says there's 3 yards of 3/8 inch by 3 yards. So there's 3 yards of each color, it looks like, with the nice little polka dots. Kind of some of your basic ribbon. This is kind of a coral color. I can say I don't have any of that color in my stash. And the pink, I'll definitely use that. And same with this kind of Tiffany blue, mint greeny type color. And then here was a partially used gold one. And then there was this kind of random one. I think there's at least a yard of this one. So next there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 boxes of these Project Life cards from Stampin' Up. And this one does have a name on it. The other ones do not. This one says Love Story on it. And it looks like maybe somebody at one point tried to sell it for $6, but it didn't go. And so there, it looks like there's just a few things in here. So there's some Project Life cards, whatever these little bit smaller pieces are, and then some bigger like index card size cards in that one. Not quite sure 100% if the name is correct or not, but that one says it's called Love Story. And then let's see what's in this one. This one also has not been used, and this one looks more like a travel theme to maybe, with the airplanes on it. Again, it hasn't been opened up at all. And again, the kind of the same type things, the smaller cards and then the larger cards. And I do like to, if I can't use the Project Life cards as is, I have been known to like cover them and then reuse them as bases. So I can definitely use those in my stash if they're not styles that I would see myself using. So let's take a look at this one. Oh, this one says Love Story too. So maybe this base is supposed to go with the top of the other one. So maybe these tops got taken apart. This one actually looks like it's open. This one looks more like a love story than what the other one did. So I bet you that's what happened, is the tops got kind of rearranged, and maybe there was supposed to be more to some of these kits, and then whoever owned them used some of the pieces but not all of them, because this one seems to have more stuff in it. So I'm not quite sure. It's been a long time since I've bought anything from Stampin' Up. So this one has, again, those kind of little square cards, but this one also has some pieces, and this one says Love Story. It's an accessory pack. And it looks like maybe some of it's been used, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. So there's some nice little washi tape in there, some confetti, some very pretty little cards. You could almost use these ones for like creating a wedding card or something, or little cards for people. Like I could see using that one like for my husband, making a little anniversary card or something. So, and I do have a couple family members that are getting married this year. I have a cousin that's getting married, my nephew's getting married, and then one of my cousin's kids getting married. So I'll just have to see if any of them are doing scrapbooks, because some of this stuff maybe would be good in a scrapbook. So we'll just have to see. Then there was some little alphabet like stickers or something in there too. But these ones are open, so I can kind of show you just a little bit of a sampling of some of the cards. The other ones I chose not to open, but you can see that there's, you know, space to write on some of these. And stuff like this I will definitely use in my journals. These are good little journal cards. You can also cut them down and make them into tags. You can use them as little backer pieces if they're not, if you don't really like this one, you could still layer on something. Like if you were doing it on a journal, you could layer it like this on a journal or on a card. So I like this one. That one's really cute. That one has a diamond on it. There looks like there's some polka dots. So kind of a wide variety in there. You know, some more little sentiments. So that one's kind of nice. Oh, and then they have this one in the bigger style too. So I'll definitely be able to use some of those. And like I said, the ones that aren't quite my style, I would be apt to just cover up and just use them as bases if I don't have a use for them. So that was this set. And then there's two more to look at. Again, there's no names on some of these. This one's another black and white one. This one looks like part of it has been opened and part of it hasn't. This one has another thing in there. This one looks like it has some little labels. Possibly you can rip them apart in the middle, but they're label stickers. So that is in there. Another set of cards. The the little squares. I don't know what size they are. And then here's some of the ones. These ones are open, but that's really pretty. These ones are pretty. So I'd probably use some of these in some projects. That's pretty. With it looks like little poppies on that one. That one says Our Family, so it's kind of maybe like a floral and family themed type set, whatever this one was called. That's pretty. Again, that one would be perfect as creating a journal card in a junk journal. So I like that set. That's really cute. I will definitely use that. And again, I don't know if these stickers were supposed to be in there or not. But that's usually kind of what happens sometimes when you buy things at rummage sales. Sometimes pieces are missing or you get extras thrown in. And then here's the last box. And this one looks like another one that we've already looked at. It was another travel themed one and just the same pieces in that one. So another set of some random stuff that was in that box. And it looks like some different rubber stamps in a wood box. And I actually like these types of wood boxes. They are perfect to put in your little drawers. In your crafting area, you can put snippets in them. You can put little things that you use a lot. And then if you're crafting, you can just take the whole thing out of your drawer and have it sitting on your desk if it's something that you're using. Put little embellishments, little charms, little things like that in there. So it looks like there's another cute little bird. And I saw earlier, I showed you another different bird, but similar. So they were probably part of the same set. You know, I think this one was a Michael's Dollar Bin one a long time ago. Another little sentiment that says Happy Valentine's Day, congratulations. The little acorn, the little boots, water boots, and the little Halloween with the candy corn. So I definitely can probably use a cup. You know, I like this stamp. I'd probably use this one and this Valentine's Day one. And maybe the congratulations one. So I'd probably hold on to all of these for a while to see if I use them. And I definitely will use the little wood box that they were put into. This is really cool, these two right here. I saw these when I was putting them out on the table, and I thought, well, this is a really good deal. So here is a set of rubber stamps, and it's a sympathy one called Love and Sympathy, and it has a beautiful little sentiment on there. And so I could definitely see myself using this one, and it doesn't look like they've ever used this set. So, so a brand new set. And then this one right here is like, I believe like an embossing folder. They call it Textured Impressions. But this one's kind of nice too. It's a little snowflake one. So I would definitely use both of these items in this box. Some more random things. So here's like some pieces, some clips they call them. So these might be those little magnet clips that you can clip over a page or into a planner. They're from Kane Company, the Smash brand. And they looks like they were on clearance. Maybe, is it Joann's that has that style of clearance tag? I know they don't quite look like the Hobby Lobby orange ones. It looks like maybe that they used one of the set. But then again, maybe that was it because it doesn't feel like the packaging has been opened. So maybe there was only 4 clips. Yeah, it does say 4 pieces. So everything is there. Another little random letter that's an F. Again, I'll just hold on to it because you never know if I do some sort of swap with somebody and if their name starts with F, I might be able to like decorate this or something and make something out of it. A start of a card that says just because. There's a welcome baby stamp set. And it looks like the brand was Stamp Pendus on this one. Some orange tissue paper. Some cardstock. So it looks like, you know, some more like Project Life type style cards, you know, some cut aparts. It says there's 124 pieces in there. And they're kind of some pastel-y colors. You know, these look like stickers or punch outs. And maybe there's like some acetate pieces in this one. So there's what the backside looks like. So I'll probably go through that. If there is something that I can't use in here, I could see my sister probably using this in some of her scrapbooks. Kind of a random stencil, but like a little paisley thing. This is just like a little spring cleaning checklist. And then this looks like actually a piece of artwork that somebody created. It says tweet tweet. And so they did cut out some little birds on, and then added some wire legs and stuck it on the little thing. So inspiration, I guess, for somebody. Another nice little like start of like a mini album, and this looks like it just has the 2 covers and the rings in it. And that's looks like they tried to sell it for 75 cents. I'm not quite sure what these are. It looks like it's something that maybe was bought at IKEA. Because it has the IKEA brand on it, so I don't know. They're just little, like, I suppose you could use them as little layering pieces in a journal or tags or something. I'm not quite sure what they are. But they're just little thick pieces of one image, and it looks like there's writing space on the back side of these. No, not quite sure if the style is quite my style on these, but like I said, I could definitely probably use them as a layering piece and then stick another piece of paper over it for a journal and make it into a large journal card. So there was 2 of those. Just an envelope. Another like cardstock set. And we'll just look at the back side because it looks like this hasn't been opened. And this was, it says manufactured by Craftsmith. So definitely more stuff that could probably be used for a scrapbooking album. There's, you know, letters, a few sentiments, you know, some photo corners, some little slide that say selfie, have hearts on them, some frames, and some other little pieces. So I think if I don't keep that, I think that's something I would give to my sister. I think she would use something like that. Okay, we still have quite a bit left yet to go, surprisingly. So more random things. It looks like someone's craft project. They're just little wood letters that they put pins on. Some metal pieces. This one is a shape of an elephant. And then there's one with the Noah's Ark on it. And then this one, again, is some sort of, says Seasonal Snapshot Project Life Accessory Pack. But it looks like there's other stuff in here. So maybe this was supposed to go with one of those Project Life things, or some of the pieces. You know, maybe this part right here was supposed to go with part of one of those packs. This one has Halloween stuff in it. But there's some stickers and stuff in here, some punch-out things. Kind of a random embellishment pack. There's some star paper clips, some confetti. This one says Our Little Shining Star, so some little, I'm not going to take them out because they're really tight in there, but just some little squares, and then it looks like there's some little enamel dots type stickers in there. Kind of some different themes. There's Halloween and Christmas, so kind of a wide variety. And some little like heavy wood pieces. This one says Be Merry, Spooky, Sweater Weather. There's some stars and leaves, a pumpkin face. So kind of a, you know, multi-holiday set on that. And that one I just punched it out. Okay, so the next pile of random stuff. Looks like there's some paper clips in there. A small little Christmas set of rubber stamps. Some paper straws that haven't been used. They kind of have a vintage color to them. A little set of like embellishments. There's little buttons and some small sampling of ribbon. I think I've seen these before with some Stampin' Up sets, so I'm sure it came from something from Stampin' Up. There's a little jewelry box, so I'm kind of curious to see what's in there. So it looks like some sort of like very tangled necklace. And then this is some sort of locket or charm. And I bet you this is one of those, yeah. A long time ago they used to have charms that you could buy, and they called them like wish boxes or wish charms. And so you could open them up and put like a little wish inside of them. So I think that's what this one is. So that was in the little jewelry box that was in here. So here's some little like resin heart, or not hearts, but roses, kind of in a gold color. I do like the style, but I don't know if I necessarily like the gold color. It's kind of a weird gold color, so I wonder if you could almost like add some alcohol inks just to change them up a little bit or make them a little more grungy on them. And it does say here they were made in China. There were silver and gold, some sort of resin, pack of 20. So it just looks like it's the gold ones that are in there. Some washi, kind of in a black and white color. And some mounting squares. So they just look like little stickers. This one hasn't been opened, and this one has been partially used. A nice little punch, and it looks like they tried to sell it for $2 and maybe it didn't sell. It's a Stampin' Up! Punch. I actually have this one, and it does match some of their wood rubber stamps that they had a long time ago. Looks like it's still in pretty good condition. There were 2 fun little wood boxes in there, and I'll definitely be able to use these for organizing in my craft room. And then I don't know what this is. It's some sort of book that's missing its cover. I don't know if someone used like some of the pages for something. So maybe this says the world through a plastic lens. So maybe it's talking about filters and flash, Polaroids, so maybe some sort of photography type book, but it's missing its cover. I don't know that I would keep this. I don't really see a use for it unless I use some of the pictures in it or something. But it looks like, you know, there's some descriptions of the pictures in there, so not so sure about that. And then this looks like a little box, and it does look like it's falling apart, but that's easy enough to fix. You can connect the two with a piece of cloth and glue it down, and I would probably just use this to redecorate. It looks like originally it had like some note cards and envelopes in there, but I could redecorate that and use it for something else. The inside's, you know, a pretty decent, you know, vintage looking stuff, so I think you could do something with that. So we are getting close to the end. I have this pile and then one other item to show you. And so this was in there, and I think this was like a belt maybe, but there's some nice lace on there. So I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take the lace off and throw the rest of it away. It's like a fake leather belt, but I think I can take the lace off of that. So another little like notebook thing. This one says awesome citation, and it says to from, maybe something you'd use in an office maybe, I don't know. Never been opened. Some pretty little gems, and these are kind of a really light blue color. Those are pretty. I'll add those to my stash, definitely on those. A paper bag, very colorful. Like I said, this is just a really random pile of stuff. So these are stickers. You know, it looks like they took them out of some sort of book. Yeah, they're all stickers. They're very bright colored stickers, you know, little, like kind of a little boy theme is what it looks like. Some more random alphabet stickers. Some of them looks like they've been used. One piece, earlier I showed you some of the chalkboard tags. This one just has one left on it. Some more alphabets, another bag, alphabet stickers, some other little flourish stickers. Looks like they decorated some bags. That one hasn't been decorated yet. Some blank card pieces. These are some metal tags, and they're going to be really hard to show up on camera, but there's 4 in there, and they're just metal tags. Some random stickers, another envelope, some chalkboard stickers, an empty file folder, some more stencils. That one's stars. More random stuff in here, more labels, stickers. I'll probably let my sister dig through these just to see if there's anything in here she wants. Some old scrapbooking paper. So not a lot in there. That was it for that. And so here's the last item I'm going to share with you guys. It's kind of too big to put on camera, but you can kind of get the picture. There's 3 drawers that open and close. It's a little dirty and it's missing a knob on this one. And then there's the inside. And so my mom, when they were out rummaging, it was during the week that the town that they were in, they have spring cleanup, and so people can put stuff out on their curbs. And the city picks it up on their normal garbage day, but it's very common for people to drive around and look to see what people have put out on their curbs, because a lot of times it's great stuff or stuff that, you know, people can repurpose or reuse. So a lot of people who flip furniture, they'll run around and they'll grab furniture pieces off of people's curbs. A lot of people just, instead of taking the items to the thrift store, they just put it out on the curb, and then people shop for free on people's curbs. I know that when I was growing up, I've done it too. It's you know, kind of fun to see what people throw out that you can reuse. Like when I was in college, someone threw out a microwave that was pretty much brand new, and I was able to, I picked it up and I actually used it. And then I handed it off to somebody else when I was able to afford my own, because this was when I was a poor college student. And so that was one of the good things that I found a long time ago on a curb. My husband, or not my husband, but my dad found like a mini sailboat one time. And so he loaded it up, because he even knocked on the person's door because he didn't think they were actually getting rid of it. But it was, but they were. And so he checked it out and he said it was in great condition, because he thought, well, he was just going to resell it. But he loaded it up, and within a block, somebody else had stopped my dad and offered him money for it and said, oh, I was just picking up my pickup to go pick it up. So my dad resold it right there. So it's kind of interesting what kind of things you can find on during spring cleanup day. And this occurs in like Fargo, North Dakota, in case anybody is interested. I grew up in that area. And my parents still, they don't live there, but they live about an hour away, and they still sometimes go for appointments. And I have other family in the area, so that my parents were just in town visiting during spring cleanup. So they did pick this up for me, and I just wanted to share it with you. I will make this over. I think it'll be a cute little item in my craft room. Like I said, it definitely needs a bath, and I will probably sand it, because whoever had it before painted it. And so it needs to be sanded, and I will repaint it, probably white again. But it's very heavy, so it's a nice solid piece of furniture. And like I said, this one is missing the little knob, but that's easy enough to fix. You just fill in the hole with wood filler, and you can add another knob. What I'll probably do is take these 2 off, and maybe I'll put like library drawer pulls on it, I think is how I envision fixing the drawers on this one. And so I just wanted to share that little item with you, because my mom and her neighbor friend did pick, when they went out to pick up that other rummage sale box that they bought for me, they found this too on that same trip. My dad was actually the one driving them around town. And so I guess in the comment section below, you guys will have to let me know if it was a hit or a miss with the box of goodies that my mom purchased for me for $10 at a rummage sale. I know there's quite a few things in there that I will use, quite a few things I will pass on to my sister, and a few things I'm not so sure about, but sometimes that happens when you buy a grab bag type box, but I think for 10 bucks it was a decent deal. So that's my opinion, but I'm curious to see what you guys think, if it was a hit or a miss. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little episode of a rummage sale find. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.